How's it going, folks? Well, got another project. Traded a computer for it. My son was wanting a full-size Chevrolet. Wasn't happy with the idea of of getting a S10. So we got him a real truck. And all it cost me was another computer. And a few little odds and ends, but still. So he's actually going to have him a pretty decent little toy. This one's 4-wheel drive. Needs a lot of work, but he's willing to put in the time and effort. As you see, the typical cab corners rusted through, and the bed's kind of ate up. But we're just going to get him a new bed box. It is a Silverado. That was one of the things that he loved. Says 215,256 miles. So it's got almost as many miles on it as mine does. But it's got a issue with the motor. Now, I haven't done a whole lot of looking into it, but it won't turn over. And this is just how we got it. Okay, I took off the distributor cap, and the rotor button kind of shattered when I tried to take it off. It was pretty well frozen. Now, if you look real close right there, it looks like the distributor's all rusted up. Kind of thinking we need to get him a new distributor, because the whole thing was it'll turn over but it won't crank up. So I'm thinking the distributor's just fried in it. Either that or this coil, one or the other, because like I said, it turns over, it's shooting gas into the carburetor, but it's not starting up. So it's either that or maybe one of the sensors. When I had the throttle position sensor on mine go out, and I just replaced all three of these. Throttle position, map sensor, and the vacuum. They, for some reason, have the valve covers off. I guess they wanted to see if it was actually turning over and putting oil out. And you see it's kind of dirty, so we're going to have to do the whole super clean on this thing to get it cleaned up for him again. But the gentleman I got it from was actually thinking that the timing chain was stretched, and like it was out of time because of the timing chain being stretched. But I've gone in and rolled this thing over, put it on top dead center, and it was facing right towards the #1 piston. Turned it a little bit more, and it immediately turned the rotor as soon as I started twisting on it. So it's not the timing that's out. Timing chain's still doing what it's supposed to. So it's either going to be the distributor itself or that coil that's going to be the problem. In other words, there's no real reason for this valve covers being off. Now, one thing I was told, and I'm pretty sure he's right, but it looks like somebody's gone in here and wrenched down on these valves way too much. So the first thing we're going to do is back those valve bolts off and get the feeler gauge out and readjust all these to where they're supposed to be, to where everything works and runs right for them. I don't like following up behind somebody else's screw up, and that's probably what we're running into on this one. So, got a little bit of work ahead of us, but he's telling me he's willing and dedicated enough to do it all, so we're going to give her a shot. Yeah, see, I thought the front fenders were rusted too, but front fenders are fine. It's just the bed right over the rear wheels that has the problem. See, this one's pretty well rusted out too. Not bad, but not to the point where you can repair them either. Of course, we're gonna wind up having to remove some of these decals, at least the one on the right. Thought they were kind of funny, but he doesn't need any headaches with anything that can be even considered racial in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Of course, the other side he kind of laughs about, because it's got the little dude holding himself from flipping a bird. But yeah, got all the parts in the back here. So, and then it's not true duals. What it is the exhaust is split off right after the catalytic converter, and it's just straight pipe from the catalytic converter back. So we're gonna have to take that apart and put some mufflers on it for him too, and then get it emissions tested after we get it running. But yeah, he was wanting me to do a little video on this so he could show all his buddies. But that's pretty much it. So we're back up to 8 Chevrolets again. I'll talk to you soon.